Did you know that 9 out of 10 people report experiencing daily disrespect in their interactions? Welcome to our channel where we navigate life's challenges together. In our world today, it's important to recognize and address disrespect. Whether it's a coworker's passive-aggressive comment or a friend who subtly undermines your achievements, these small acts of disrespect can add up, leaving us feeling undervalued and disrespected. Disrespect comes in many forms, some blatant and others quite subtle. It's these subtle forms that we often overlook or dismiss, allowing them to seep into our interactions and relationships, like a slow-acting poison. But why should we tolerate this? It's time to recognize these subtle stings of disrespect and learn how to effectively address them. Today, we're diving deep into the undercurrents of disrespect. We're not talking about overt rudeness or blatant disregard. No, we're exploring the sneaky ways people show disrespect, the ones that are often brushed off or ignored because they're not as obvious. Why is this important, you ask? Well, understanding these subtle forms of disrespect is the first step in reclaiming our self-respect. It equips us with the knowledge to identify when we're being disrespected and empowers us to no longer accept such behavior. We're going to delve into passive-aggressive comments, the art of being talked over, the sting of having your opinions ignored, the undermining of your achievements, boundary violations, backhanded compliments, nonverbal disrespect, social exclusion, disregard for your time, and the spread of gossip and rumors. Our aim is not to create a world full of conflict, but to foster an environment where respect flourishes. It's about understanding and asserting our worth and not allowing others to trample over it. So let's embark on this journey together. Let's learn to recognize these 10 sneaky forms of disrespect, understand their impact, and discover effective strategies to address them. Stay tuned as we explore 10 sneaky ways you might be disrespected and how to deal with it. First on our list, passive-aggressive comments, the sugar-coated disrespect. Now, what are we talking about here? Imagine a friend saying, "Oh, you're going out in that outfit. I admire your confidence." Seems like a compliment, right? But there's a sting in the tail. That's passive-aggressive behavior for you. It's a way of expressing negative feelings or hostility, but under the guise of politeness or humor. Dealing with such sneaky disrespect can be challenging, but here's a tip. Respond assertively, not aggressively. You might say, "Yes, I am confident in my style, thank you for noticing." This way, you're acknowledging the comment without giving in to the negativity. It's about maintaining your dignity and not letting them get under your skin. Remember, assertiveness is the key to dealing with passive-aggressiveness. It's all about standing your ground without resorting to their level. Ever been halfway through a sentence and someone else takes over? You've just encountered the second sneaky disrespect. Imagine you're sharing a story or expressing a thought, and suddenly, someone else interrupts and takes control of the conversation. Their words bulldoze over yours, leaving you feeling unheard and disrespected. This behavior diminishes the value of your words and implies that what you have to say is less important. But remember, your voice matters. It's crucial to address this kind of disrespect assertively. One might say, "Excuse me, I was speaking, could I finish my point?" This tactic not only highlights the interruption but also reasserts your rightful place in the conversation. If the interrupting persists, you might take the person aside and explain how their behavior affects you. Being interrupted can be disheartening, but don't let it discourage you. Stand your ground, assert your voice. Because your thoughts and your words are valuable. Your voice matters. Don't let anyone silence you. Nothing stings like having your opinions dismissed. This is our third subtle disrespect. When someone disregards your thoughts, it can feel like a punch to the gut. It's as if your perspective, your experiences, your very self are being invalidated. But remember, your opinions count. They are a reflection of your unique mind, your unique journey. So how do you make sure they aren't brushed aside? Start by asserting your thoughts confidently. If you believe in what you're saying, others are more likely to take note. Don't shy away from expressing your viewpoints, even if they differ from the majority. It's diversity of thought that makes conversations richer, after all. Additionally, practice active listening. This not only shows respect for others' opinions, but also sets the expectation for how you want to be treated. When we listen attentively, we encourage others to do the same. Your thoughts are valuable. Make them heard. Fourth on our list is when someone downplays your achievements. This is a tricky form of disrespect. It's often cloaked in the guise of humility or casual conversation, making it difficult to spot. This could be a friend who belittles your promotion by saying it's just luck, or a colleague who shrugs off your hard-earned award as something trivial. But here's the truth. Your achievements are not trivial. They are a testament to your hard work, perseverance, and talent. You've earned them, and no one has the right to belittle them. So, how do you handle this? First, acknowledge your accomplishments to yourself. Recognize your effort and celebrate your success. This is not about being arrogant, but about being honest with yourself. Next, don't seek validation from others. Yes, it's nice to receive praise, but your achievements should primarily bring you satisfaction. Remember, your achievements are your own. Celebrate them. Fifth is the invasion of personal boundaries. It's subtle, but it's a big deal. Personal boundaries are invisible lines that define our physical, emotional, and mental spaces. They reflect our comfort zones, and everyone's boundaries are unique. However, some people may invade these boundaries, disregarding our comfort and well-being. This could range from standing too close, touching without consent, to persistently pushing you to share personal information. It can feel uncomfortable and disrespectful. So, how do you deal with it? First, recognize your feelings. If you feel uncomfortable, there's a good chance your boundaries are being crossed. Second, assert yourself. Politely but firmly, let the person know that they've crossed a line. And third, don't feel guilty. Your comfort and safety should never be compromised. Remember, it's okay to say no when your boundaries are being violated. Your boundaries matter. Protect them. Sixth on our list are backhanded compliments. They sound nice, but they're not. They're like wolves in sheep's clothing, deceptively disguised as praise but hiding a sting. You know the ones. You're so brave to wear that outfit, or you're smarter than you look. These comments are designed to undermine and belittle under the guise of admiration. The key here is to understand the intent behind the words. Once you recognize the sting, you can address it effectively. Now, how to respond? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. It depends on the situation and your relationship with the person. But here are a few techniques. You could choose to call it out, saying something like, "That sounded like a compliment, but it didn't feel like one." Or you could ask them to clarify their comment, putting the onus on them to explain their meaning. Remember, it's okay to stand up for yourself. A compliment should lift you up, not bring you down. Seventh is nonverbal disrespect. Actions speak louder than words. Indeed, it's not always about what people say, but how they say it. And sometimes it's not about words at all. Nonverbal cues play a crucial role in communication. They can affirm, contradict, or substitute verbal messages. Disrespectful nonverbal cues can be subtle, but they are no less hurtful. The dismissive wave of a hand, a condescending smirk, or an eye roll can all be forms of nonverbal disrespect. The avoidance of eye contact or a turned back can send a clear message of disregard. It's essential to be aware of these nonverbal cues and what they signify. However, remember not to jump to conclusions. Sometimes a yawn is just a yawn. But when nonverbal disrespect becomes a pattern, it's time to take notice. Assertiveness is crucial in handling nonverbal disrespect. A calm, open conversation about how these actions make you feel can be the first step towards resolution. Nonverbal cues can say a lot. Learn to read them. Eighth on our list is social exclusion. It's subtle, but it hurts. Have you ever found yourself on the outside looking in, left out of social events or conversations? It's a sneaky form of disrespect that can leave you feeling isolated and diminished. The pain of being excluded can sting, but remember this: your worth is not determined by how others treat you. So what can you do when faced with social exclusion? First, don't let it shatter your self-confidence. Believe in yourself and your value. Second, don't try to win over those who exclude you. Instead, seek out positive, supportive social circles that appreciate and value your presence. Remember, it's not about fitting into every group, but about finding the group where you naturally fit in. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, respect you, and make you feel included. Because at the end of the day, you deserve to be included. Find your tribe. Ninth is when people disregard your time. Your time is valuable. Like an invisible currency, every moment counts. But sometimes people seem to forget that. They arrive late, keep you waiting, or cancel plans at the last minute. They might even monopolize conversations, leaving you feeling unheard and undervalued. This disregard for your time is a subtle form of disrespect. But how do you handle it? Firstly, acknowledge the issue. Understand that your time, like everyone else's, is precious. Secondly, set clear boundaries. If someone is habitually late, express your concerns. Politely but firmly, let them know that their tardiness is not acceptable. If they continue to disrespect your time, consider whether it's worth maintaining that relationship. Finally, remember to respect your own time. Prioritize tasks that are important to you, and don't be afraid to say no when necessary. After all, you have the power to control how your time is spent. Your time is precious. Don't let others waste it. 10th and last on our list are gossip and rumors. They can harm your reputation. Slippery as a fish and as hard to catch, these can spread like wildfire, tarnishing your image. Often they're born out of misunderstandings, jealousy, or a simple desire for attention. Regardless, they create a distorted image of you that can be difficult to correct. So, how do you deal with this? First, stay composed. Reacting impulsively often fuels the fire. Instead, communicate directly with the source if possible, and ask for an explanation. If you're dealing with a rumor mill, it's often best to ignore it. Trying to control every narrative about you is like trying to catch the wind. Impossible and exhausting. Also, remember to maintain your integrity. Stick to your values and let your actions speak. Over time, people will see the true you, and the rumors will lose their power. Your reputation is important. Protect it. So, there you have it. The 10 sneaky ways people may disrespect you. From passive-aggressive comments, interruptions, and dismissals of your opinions, to undermining your achievements, invading your personal boundaries, and backhanded compliments. Let's not forget nonverbal disrespect, social exclusion, disregard for your time, and the spreading of gossip and rumors. These acts, subtle as they may be, can chip away at your self-esteem and sense of worth. But remember, your power lies in knowing how to respond, not react. In asserting your thoughts, valuing your time, and maintaining your integrity. The key to dealing with disrespect is to first respect yourself. Stand tall in your values, and do not allow others to belittle you. Practice these strategies we've discussed, and you'll not only command respect, but also foster healthier interactions and relationships. Remember to like, subscribe, and share our video. Leave a comment with your experiences and tips for handling disrespect. Until next time, foster respect in all your interactions.